Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry and this is a houseplant channel. So today, where you see me surrounded with beautiful plants, I am growing my collection fairly rapidly this year. And the plants behind me and on the side of me, well, it's kind of like my new plant corner, but most of them I've had for, I'd say the last 8 months, but then there are some fairly new ones as well. But this video is actually about my 3 new plants. Well, 1 new plant. I'm going to break my 3 plants into 3 videos. I feel like that too long of videos aren't as popular, although I enjoy the longer ones myself. And I purchased 3 new plants, and it was from 2 different shops. And today, I think for this video, we're going to do the Philodendron SP Columbia. So this is the little guy. He came yesterday. Beautiful plant. Beautiful plant. This is the second time I've bought from this shop, and this shop didn't provide tags, plant tags, but that's okay. I mean, I'm going to remember what they are. At least my app will. So I wasn't in the mindset of getting a philodendron that climbs. I was thinking of letting it hang, but I decided I'm going to do a moss pole for it. It's really tiny, but I think this is the right stage to build it. And I chose this plant mainly because Melissa, Plants by Melissa, she had a beautiful SP Columbia that she just showed us recently on one of her shows, and it was just so gorgeous that I decided that I wanted to try my hand with this. Now, most of you have watched me. Philodendron is not my plant. My plant is Anthurium. However, I want to give it a chance. I want to see if I can get, I just want to see if I can get this to be as beautiful as what I've seen on so many channels. And so that's what today's video is about. The other 2 you can see behind me here. It's this one and it's this one. Those 2 will be in a follow-up video. Okay, so let's get started. I tried to get everything that I thought I possibly am going to use in these videos, and I'm notorious on having to get up all the time because I forgot something. So I'm really hoping I don't have to do that this time around. Like I do every time I get plant mail. Last night I showered these plants off and sat them in the bathtub overnight and sprayed them with my wellness spray. And then today it's a little wet, and you can see here, but I sprayed it again earlier this morning. So I didn't, like I say, I bought from this company before. I felt pretty good about how they had their plants, and so I don't expect any problems with it. I hope. You never know, right? I'm off today. This is a Friday. And I took vacation, and I mean, I didn't even want to water my plants this morning, and that's how tired I am. I am just really fatigued today, and my brain is just not on it. So I may just record and not talk, but every time I say that, I seem to talk all the time. But if I'm quiet, that's why. I just really am tired, really, really tired. So, all right, I've got moss in that bowl. I've got some mix already mixed up from prior. I think what I'm going to do is save this bowl. Yeah, I'm going to save this bowl because I'm going to need it, and I'll just put this in here. So I'm going to lower you down if I can. I like having my plants soil nice and wet. So when I do come to repot this, it's easier, and they got a lot of stuff around here. I might have too big of a pot ready for this thing. This is a 4-inch pot that it's currently in. I'm just looking at the roots. Looks like it's in one of these peat moss. Yeah, looks like it's in one of these peat moss plugs. So I don't want to disturb the roots too much here. It's obviously a very brand new plant. I'm going to go and I think rinse it off. And I don't think I'm going to pick this stuff around it off either. But I'm not sure what the roots are supposed to look like on these philodendron. I will say that they don't look great. And I'm not sure if that's because it's such a small plant or if there's rot, but I don't think I see rot. It's hard to tell, guys. It's hard to tell. So I'm going to rinse this off. And see, a lot of it came falling out. I see a lot of roots in here, and it really disturbs me because last time this has happened, the plant was bad. It was my alocasia pandarusa, and it died. It rotted. All the roots just were rot. But I don't know what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so I'll be back. Okay. So I think they're okay. There's some that I know we say if they're squishy, that's probably a bad sign. I'm not sure what to do at this point. I don't know if I'm going to put it on a moss pole, or maybe that would be better because, I don't know. What if the roots would rot here, and we know that roots grow into the moss pole. I'm not sure. What do you think? I don't know. And here's this. It's definitely too small to put in to the one. This is way too big. This is 7-inch. I don't know what I was thinking. This is, yeah, not. So I went and got a 4. This is a 4.5, I think. Yeah, it's 4.5-inch. I'm going to cut off, I think, this root because I don't think that this is a good root. Slimy roots, unlike this one, I know is a healthy root. And some of these just don't look good, guys. And I'm disappointed in this store. I'll put the name up on the video. I always get it wrong. It's like Bumble and something. I don't know. And it's disappointing because they have such a nice selection of plants, and I hesitated on this one the last time I bought from them, which was just a couple weeks ago. I had this one in my cart, and I didn't buy it. So I know it's been out there a while. Yeah. These are just, I'm just going to leave the rest of these alone. I think that I'll just pot her up and see how she does. Okay. So the question I have is, do I put a moss pole on it yet? Do I just wait? Where'd my moss pole go? Oh, for heaven's sake. I know I brought it in here. Is it behind me? Correctly. I've only done this once. So I have to remember. I know it was easy. The hardest part are the clasps. Big boys coming in here. He's going to play. What are you doing, big boy? Huh? What you got there? What you got there? You got your new rhino? Are you going to show everybody your rhino? That's nice. I bought him that. Well, I bought both of them that. I always buy one toy for both of them, and they share it. Big boy prefers big, plushy toys that make noises. And Missy likes little bones and little toys, but she tries to carry the big one. Yes. You're not missing anything, by the way. I'm still just folding this moss pole. Yeah. So my wall over there looks bare, I'm sure, considering what it looks like here. I don't plan on putting anything on that wall for a while. My husband's actually making me another table like this one. And we're going to replace my Anthurium table, which is smaller, with this one, with the other one that he's making over in the corner. And then, so all my Anthurium, I really want all my Anthurium over in that side, but I haven't decided yet what I'm doing over in the other corner. Really, I don't know. I do know that the plants that are there, my Anthurium there, which this one here, my Lux, lean this way, my Lux, he really belongs over there, but I have him here because I've watered him and I didn't want to put him back in his big pot yet. I'm letting it drain out before I do that. So, yeah, so let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I really hope this plant survives. I'm not really, honestly, I'm not confident that I didn't get I think I got a bad plant here. But that is what it is. You know, we don't know what we're getting, especially when we buy it online. Okay. Trying to get this dirt up. I want to move this. I want to move this over so I have something to work on. I've been looking for a little table that I can put on the floor and would make my life easier while I'm doing these videos and repotting. I found it. It was sitting on this. Well, so, hey, you can't blame me for not seeing it. At least I found it. So what I'm going to do here, move this down. Oops. What I'm going to do here is just fill the moss pole up only halfway. I think what I'm going to do, last time I put my mix, like tree fern fiber at the bottom. I don't know if I want to do that this time. I don't know. Let's just wing it right now, and I'll figure out as I go. So I've had this pre-soaking here. I'll be using it in all my plants, not just the pole. What I really think I want to do is, to me, it's a waste. It's a waste building, having a pole all the way inside of that. But I don't like it all the way on top either. I have an idea. I think what I'll do is go ahead, since this is so small at this point, don't think I'll be watering it, that's for sure. It's soft. Okay, here we go. Get my perlite. Actually, what I think I'll do is hold off on that. I'm going to make this. This is the hardest part right here, especially if you have a plant in it. Now, one thing I'm doing, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I like to have these clips come out on top because it's easier to open it if you need to, rather than down below it or underneath it, I guess I want to say. And as the plant ages and grows, if I'm that lucky with this one, it gives you, more flexibility of helping the plant maneuver it inside the moss pole without hurting the stems or vines. I really like these new gloves I got. I learned about them from another planty creator. They're perfect. No dirt gets under them as of yet. And yeah, no dirt gets under them. They hold up really well to the point that I think I could reuse them if I wanted. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put perlite, my big chunks, down here at the bottom. And you could actually do leca balls when I have those too. Yeah. One thing's for sure, and typically I always put perlite, I have been putting perlite at the bottom of the pot. So if some escapes, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to put some in the bottom. Some in the back. It's escaping. Might not be a good idea. All right. Let me try that again. I don't, like I said, I'm trying to avoid putting soil inside the moss pole or moss down below. That's all I'm trying to do here. Okay. Now, what I want to do is a little more down in the pot. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good if I can keep it this way. Oh, it's probably hard to see, but that's what we're looking like down there. So now I want to put a little bit of moss. Do I? Maybe just a little moss down here. Stay in there. Inca balls might have been a better choice because they're bigger. Or some of them are anyways. I don't know if I bought the bigger ones this time or not. Okay. So I already have some mix from the other day of my mix that I made. What I think I'm going to do here is look at my plant. This is obviously the big grower. This little leaf here is on out. We don't need the little leaves. They've done us their service already. I'm going to take this one off. And what I'm trying to do is now figure out how I want it to go. Oh boy. I thought I lost it. Obviously, if this little guy can make it, I'll be up potting it probably at least I think I will be. I think this is way too small for a plant that size to be able to grow. And I know most of the talk is that roots grow into the moss pole, which would be great. Then the moss pole would be fine, and then we just have to up pot to keep the weight. So we'll see. All right, now before I open up this, I'm going to shove some moss down in here. I technically would have wanted to do this beforehand, but I'm just trying this. This is, like I said, this is really officially my 4th moss pole I've built. And today, actually, my second moss pole is coming out in YouTube. And that was putting a moss pole on my Philodendron patriciae. So check that out if you haven't seen it. So I say all that because I'm very inexperienced, but I've watched so many of Melissa's and Wild Fern's videos to have confidence in trying this stuff. And I've watched so many more, but I don't typically watch, I don't see many people doing moss pulls, other than these two, which I don't blame them because they're not the easiest thing to do. So where are we at? Now, I think that's good. Now, there's no aeroids that I can see on this plant yet that can actually use the moss pole. But I'm going to hope that by bumping it up against here and clamping it in, as it grows, it'll obviously grow into it, I think. But I need to have him up a little farther. Yeah, I really worry about this plant, guys. I don't know. I see some aeroids coming out on this side. I almost feel like that this one here, yeah, I don't know. It could be separated, but all right. So what I'll do here is just unlatch this top one. I hope they don't all come tumbling down. Like I said, this is not an easy pull to deal with, but I like the front class. I may try if I do any other moss pulls. I don't have plans on doing any others, but I may try the Russo pulls that Vern uses. She seems to like that. All right, I can't seem to get this out. This is a knitting needle that I bought at Myers. You could get that anywhere. This is great for this. I mean, absolutely spot on for a moss pole. All right. So obviously my objective here is to have him lean in there like that. And I think I'll take this little guy. I think I'm going to keep him in there too. here's the thing. I feel like I want to unlatch also this first one, but no, I don't think I need to because this moss is coming out right here. I won't be touching him for a couple days. Let him dry out. And what I do here is once I get the plant in, I don't actually clasp this back in. I just put it behind the plastic and it stays that way. And then I can take it, I can open it however I want, which is nice. Unlike these are really difficult, but once I get to them, if I get to them, you know, I'll be able to just put it behind the clasp behind this little ledge, I'll call it. I think that's good. So let's pot her up. I wish me luck on this, guys, because if it doesn't rot, it'll be a miracle. And you might be asking yourself, well, are you going to put any more moss in your moss pole? And honestly, I don't think I need to because there's no aeroids yet. There's nothing, it's not growing. But once it starts growing up the pole and I start noticing it needs more, then I'll start building it up. But this is what we've got. I think he looks great. I just hope the little guy survives. Yeah. They're not going to get a real big review from me this time. But we'll see. I think what I'll do here is just add just a little more since I have it out. Yeah. One thing that I do, one of the reasons why I was against doing moss poles, one, I just don't like the look of them, but they provide the plant so much benefits, at least the ones that, like this one, and the Philodendron, Patriciae. Where was I going? I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, another reason is I didn't want to start using moss at all because of the gnat and bug situation, right? But I've got that under control using the BIT solution, and for every watering. And what I've done with my Patriciae when I water it, simply water it, and then I can pour at the top down into the moss the BIT solution, and it'll kill any larvae that may be in there. So here it is, guys. I love it. I think he turned out great. So let's just see how he does. So thanks for watching. I'm going to continue on and do another video of my Anthurium Michelle. This is Anthurium crystallinum crossed with magnificum. So if you want to watch me pot these up, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.